being very weird. That's why. Vegan fishing. Well, the big mamas, you kind of just need a little bit of luck, I guess. I'm not finding anything big today.
They're all over the place.
This spring and this summer, though, we'll get into some big fish. This lake really didn't freeze enough to go after any big fish because you still got to get in a little bit deeper water for your lake trout and all that, and salmon and all that stuff. The lake never really froze good enough for that. Your pike will be shallow, but they're not heavy in this bay here. It's not really worth setting up, you know, a string of tip-ups in this small bay for them because they're really just not here. We tried for lake trout a couple times, and we only got one. We tried for pike a couple times, and we only got one. We did not get to fish Lake George at all this winter, and that was a bummer. It never really froze well enough. And Lake George is where we'll tie into a lot of smallmouth bass, a lot of Lakers, and pike, salmon, and browns are all down there too. But it never froze. You got enough for a salad?
I'm getting there.
Nada. Just the one. A couple of bites and one perch, that's not good. these don't look too bad. Hey, you got one? All right, last offer. Yeah, that'll work. There you go. R2PQ's getting a few. No, it's not getting any thinner. These are just holes that were drilled probably a few days ago. So the ice around them is going to be a little thinner than if I were to drill a hole, say, like right there. I mean, there's a couple of thin spots out here. We found them on the walk out. There was a couple of spots that wasn't a hole drilled, but when I smacked it with a chisel, she went bloop right through. Just had to sidestep those spots.
All right, I think I found the spot.
Yeah, you're getting them good now? Good.
Where were we before? We didn't get any bites.
I'm getting bites right here, too. We're getting a couple. We're getting a couple now. Dookie, what's up, buddy? You like my ice hole? Oh, that one stabbed me. Oh, is my weather command not going to work now? Oh no. Gabby had that set up the other day. Maybe it's not going to work now. Nope, there it is. All right, cool. Boom. I got a little Gabby love there, Dookie. She helped me out for a few minutes. Yeah, I think some of these might be some post-spawn females. I think is what we got going on. Yeah, if that wind wasn't whipping, I could sit out here in a t-shirt today. But with that wind like it is, hands are getting numb and everything else. Yeah, the more I catch, the more I'm thinking we've got the spawn just happened, and we've got post-spawn females in here. They've laid their eggs and now they're hungry. That's what I'm thinking has happened. Right now, Dookie, we probably got close to 20 right now. Yeah, but close to 20 though, that's still a slow day when it's perching. Next, I'm getting a mix of males and females. These little buggers have already dropped their gear. Yeah, travel buddy, these perch are, they're if you're in an area where, you know, your average size of pike is 35 inches and up, yeah, these would almost be too small. But they'd work well. It's all right, Dookie, you can be a weekend warrior. we're good with that. You still getting them over there?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've had to throw 3 back.
Oh, okay.
Since I talked to you. So I've probably got like 7 or 8.
Nice.
I haven't really been counting.
Nice. Yeah, here, when we get pike, most of the time, believe it or not, we don't find perch in them a lot. What we find in them most of the time is bluegill. And lots and lots and lots of them. I've cut open pike and found, 3 or 4 5 to 6 inch bluegill in them, just back to back. That's what you find in them a lot. Not really so many perch. But if there's a pike that's just hunting my hole and sitting like right outside the edge of my hole, I would actually take a perch that size and I'd put it on my bigger rod with a bigger hook, treble hook, and I would just drop him down and bam. I mean, it does work when you do that. As long as they're still flipping and flopping, good to go. Pike will hit it every time. Yeah, and here in Lake Champlain, the pike predators are, the birds and whatever, like bears or whatever that could get a hold of them. And like you said, bigger pike and muskie. Like the muskie here, that's primarily that is their main food source, is smaller pike and pickerel. Muskie will eat them up. Muskie's like the apex predator in the lake. We've got some larger birds of prey here. We've got ospreys and we've got bald eagles. Ospreys will get the smaller pike, but the bald eagles, they can wrangle a bigger one.
You want this guy?
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to take off with a 30-inch pike, but they can haul off a bit of weight. Ooh, I don't know what that was. That was a little different.
You're pulling him out of it.
Yeah. Decent amount. That and, oh, I forgot. We have a decent population of fisher cats here. So if they can get to a fish in the shallows, they'll eat them. Forgot about those little guys. What is going on? Why is that doing that? Not understanding. See, that, oh, that's going to irritate me. They're grabbing just the grub now. Oh, cormorants. Cormorants are becoming a problem here. Vermont is actually debating on having like a population control season for the cormorants and let people actually hunt them. Supposed to be voting on that actually pretty soon. You know, like a nuisance bag or something like that. I don't know if you can eat those birds or not. But I imagine if they start a hunting season for them, somebody will find out if you can eat them or if they taste any good. Just like that, they're gone. Unless they got my bait. Oh, they got the bait off of the fly. Yeah, the cormorants are there. We've had them for years, but slowly but surely, their population has gotten pretty huge around here. A lot of people are starting to complain. Because they hang out in the trees by boat marinas quite often. And they crap all over people's boats, all over docks, all over, you know, private property. And then, of course, you've got the amount of fish that they can consume in a day per bird is insane. And I mean, we've already got, you know, the ospreys and the bald eagles. They're still at least on, you know, the in danger list or threatened list. I don't think they're on the endangered species list anymore, but I think they're still considered threatened. Yeah, and that's really like the main concern about them is in the spring. all of your pike are, they're in the shallows. That's a decent one. They're in the shallows to spawn and breed, you know? And those cormorants, like, it's nothing for them to go down and just snatch them up. So your whole breeding population of pike is in the shallows where it's easy pickings for these cormorants. And then once they do spawn in the hatchlings, like the hatchlings, they've already, you know, they got a problem already with all the predatory fish around. And then you have these cormorants that can just scoop them up and chase them around. And yeah, they're a mess. Chippin242, good morning, buddy. That we have loons around here that are, you know, they're natural birds here. They belong here. And cormorants are their direct competition for food. And the loon population tends to struggle from year to year. Chip, we're actually not doing too bad, man. They're coming and going. We just got to do some hole hopping, and we're still finding some. I got enough to justify getting the knife dirty. No, whenever we're out in the kayaks and we see loons around, we try to get decent coverage of them, because they are beautiful birds and the sounds that they make are really cool. I've been able to get kind of close to a few on stream a few times while out in the kayak. You still getting them over there, Jer?
Yeah. I'm throwing shit tons back, though.
Yeah. It's 9:50 too, by the way.
Yeah, I've been checking. I'll get one more and then I'm gonna hit.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hang out a little bit longer.
Yeah, they bite pretty good.
That one feels decent. That or it's doubles. Just a little guy, but he's decent enough. He's a little guy. but Jared's going to be taking off here soon. So I think once he walks off, we might test the signal out further in this bay. Because I think it starts to break down towards the middle of this bay. Perfect painting. Hey, thank you for the follow. Oh, nice. What are you going for? Ooh, he wanted it. Panfish and bass. All right, that'll work. I haven't pulled a bass through the ice yet this winter. I want to do that before the winter's done. But I've only got a couple weeks to do it. Because I'm fairly certain by April 1st we're going to be in the kayak. If this weather stays the way that it's been. Oh, you little sucker. Yeah, we've had a winter here, but it's been one of those winters that it doesn't know if it wants to be winter or fall on any given day here lately. Or spring, I guess you could call it. Ooh, they're getting smaller now. Oh, he took it. He took it. There we go. See, that's the size we would like to get all day long.
I literally just said that exact same thing.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a good size one. That's just all day. For the day is a good size one.
Good. Yeah, we haven't gotten nowhere near the snow melt that we wanted here either. So that just means it's going to be another summer of low lake levels. Oh, there's one on it already.
You want your second pull, or do you want me to throw it in the...
No, you throw it in the white pail. Oh, okay, just throw it in the sled then. Most of them are small now. One big one, 10 small ones, a big one. But we're catching fish. Perfect.
I was throwing this size back.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. This looked a little too small. Not doing too bad today.
No. It's not bad. It's a decent little haul. If we're just out messing around.
All right, broski.
All right.
Got lunch to do.
All right.
We still up for tonight?
What are we doing tonight?
I thought you guys were coming over for game night.
Oh, I still got to talk to Ashley. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she was cool with it, but let me know.
Okay.
Either way.
Okay.
I'll set something up downstairs for the kids.
Okay.
See you later, everybody.
All right. R2PQ says later, chat. He has other things that he's got to attend to today, so he's leaving a little early. Oh, yeah.
Stuff with those.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Later. So what do you think, chat? Shall we go for a walk? Do a little signal testing? See how far we can get down this bay before the signal starts to break down? All right, let's do that. And if the signal holds, you know, we'll probably drill a hole out there and see what's happening, because that seems to be where everybody is. So they're out there for a reason. I just don't know what the ice condition is out there. And I'm not one to trust other people's judgment on ice safety. We'll see you later, dude. So I'll be relying on chat to tell me when the signal starts buffering, you know, on a pretty steady basis. And we'll see how far we can get. Because if the signal strength holds on Sunday, we might be able to get out for a little while, and we'll just make it a point to get out as far as we can, as early as we can. Signal still good? All right. Yeah, that's open water out at the end. Yep, those guys are right on the edge of it. You just got to be careful, that's all, Chip. Just got to know what you're looking for. Be prepared. We're not going to go too much farther before we drill a hole, though. I can tell you that much. Signal still good? All right. gear I've got on, my jacket and my bibs will float. So it's kind of like my whole body's covered in a life jacket. And I've got ice picks around my neck. So if I were to go through, it's gonna freak me the fuck out if it happens, but just gotta remember the 1-10-1 rule. You have 1 minute to calm yourself down once you fall through. You have 10 minutes to get yourself out, and then you have 1 hour to get your body temperature back up to normal. As long as you can complete all 3 of those, you will be fine. 1-10-1 rule. Done good. Slide on over here, I guess. See what we're looking at. Signal still good? Sweet. More than I thought there'd be. A lot more than I thought there'd be. Might be almost a foot out here. It was over a foot. Wow. To be honest with you, I did not expect it to be this thick at all. Not even close. We're in 20 feet. See what we can do, guys. If I'd have known it was this thick and the signal would work, we'd have came straight out here. This is 20 feet. It drops off to, gets to 30. Not much further from here. And out at this depth is where you have a shot at Lakers. They're not in here heavily, but they do cruise in and out. And occasionally you can get lucky. But if you were to hook into a pike or anything like that, out here is where you're going to do it. So, I'm going to drop this down, see what's around. I'm using grubs, aka maggots. Yeah, I love ice fishing. When I lived down south, I would still get that fishing itch. Missed it every year. Actually, when I lived down south, I would come up here once a year. I would save a vacation for the winter to come up here to go ice fishing. And people thought I was crazy. Like, why the hell do you want to go up north in the winter? Why would you use your vacation time for that? It's like, well, ice fishing, man. I think I gotta change the setting because the narrow beam's not picking up my jig. Oh, there it is. It is now. Okay. I wonder if the wide beam would be better. Okay, that's better. That's better. Now I can see what I'm doing here. Just had to turn up the sensitivity a little bit. Oh wow, 9 months in Minnesota and never went ice fishing? That's a missed opportunity. Do you guys have a view of the fish finder or no? From that angle. Can't see it? Okay. Is that a little better? Because if we do have something big come in, I kind of want you guys to be able to see that. Oh, okay. So you can't make out the screen is what you're saying? I gotcha. Okay. So what I can see on